For the Muslim, my brothers and sisters, Hindus, Jews, Christian, Buddhists, Baha'i, Zoroastrians, and all Muslim minority sects who are being oppressed all over the world.
International students anywhere in the world, whether you're in the US, UK, Australia, doesn't matter. This message is important for you. And especially if you are in the US with the Trump administration, with the massive changes, layoffs, and deportations going on, it is not the safest time to be involving in these kinds of issues that I'm going to be talking about today. I don't want to make this long. So, as you guys know, India, Pakistan, although when we're overseas, when we're in the US, when we're anywhere overseas, I think we are quite chummy with each other. I think we are quite nice to each other. And, like we don't really have such differences at that point. We feel like we are pretty similar, right? We gel pretty well. I'm sure that if you are an Indian or a Pakistani outside of India and you're an international student, you would realize that, hey, like all of us are pretty much similar, it's really okay. And there's no political uplift between us, at least outside of India or Pakistan, that is. But when you go overseas and these kinds of issues happen, right now it's not really going very well between the two countries, and there's a political uplift. Well, many people start going ahead and involving in these political rifts. Now, there's nothing wrong with protesting and fighting for your rights and being polite while you're protesting, but you know what? There have been instances in the past 1 or 2 years where we've seen that the Trump administration does not seem to support these activities. For instance, take a look at some of these videos.
Human has rights to live in this world. Every human has the rights to enjoy this world.
Now, these activities, as you can see, most of these people are not really fighting each other. They're not taking over buildings. They're not causing as big issues, but things tend to escalate. These are heated scenarios to get yourself into. And honestly, when you are there to study, especially for people on student visas, H-1Bs, you're there to study, work temporarily. You're not on a green card. Even people on a green card can face issues with this. We've seen one similar thing happen recently with the Colombia protests, where a person who actually had a green card was forced to essentially give up their green card just because they were involved in this protest. So even if you have a green card, by the way, it is always safer for us, unless you're a citizen, to avoid involving all of these issues. And take a look at what the Trump administration, Marco Rubio, of course, one of the governors, have to say about it.
If you come to this country as a student, we expect you to go to class and study and get a degree. If you come here to vandalize a library, take over a campus, and do all kinds of crazy things, we're going to get rid of these people, and we're going to continue to do it. So when we identify lunatics like these, we take away their student visa. No one's entitled to a student visa. The press covers student visas like there's some sort of birthright. No, a student visa is like me inviting you into my home. If you come into my home and put all kinds of crap on my couch, I'm going to kick you out of my house. and so, that's what we're doing with our country, thanks to the president. Why would any country in the world allow people to come and disrupt? Now, we gave you a visa to come and study and get a degree, not to become a social activist that tears up our university campuses. And if we've given you a visa and then you decide to do that, we're going to take it away.
So, as you might know, personally, I'll tell you what it is like. I'm working with so many people who have lost their visas recently. I remember I was in San Francisco, made this video, and these students, all of a sudden they start getting their service terminated, visas revoked. All of a sudden, nothing wrong almost in many cases. Some of them had some sort of, previous misdemeanors, but nothing really as good as a felony even in most cases. And all of a sudden, things were being dug up from their past, and these students were being, subjected to visa revocations, and they had to leave the country all of a sudden because the sentence itself was terminated. So, I'm still dealing with some of those cases. 2-3 cases were getting processed, and these students have interviews and everything now, and they got their service back and everything. But at the end of the day, is it really worth it? We've seen so many. I made another video about another student who had to self-deport from ICE, if you remember, just 2-3 weeks ago. These kinds of activities are happening. You're there to study, you're there to work. Don't get involved in this political rift between the two countries when you're not even in one of them at this point. You want to involve in political rifts, come back to your country and start doing it here, because you have more rights here. You're a citizen. But I personally just want to make sure that none of your visas get revoked, none of you face these kinds of issues, because the issue happens after 1 year, after 2 years, then they catch you. then they start thinking, okay, this is what happened, and the student, they helped in the takeover of this building, or they assaulted this person, and all these things essentially come back to haunt you later on. If parents are watching this, please advise your students. It's important. Please create this awareness. It's important because I just feel like I need you guys to know this. I care about you, and I know what's going on. Essentially, in the long run, this is how the games are played. Whenever a politician needs to essentially show that they are taking action on immigrants, they will take something out of the past and they will take action on you just to show, and just to basically be in the good limelight, of course, at the end of the day. I hope that this video helps you avoid those kinds of issues, that is. And thank you so much for always watching, and I hope that you will continue watching. So subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.